Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Novinda Putri Karisma. In this occasion, I will talk about Tiban culture. Tiban is a culture that is known for its extremeness. How could it not be? Tiban is performed by wiping each other between two players, as known as peniban. Tiban grows and develops in the areas around Ciranggale, Tulungagung, Blitar, and Putri. Tiban derived from the word tipo in Javanese language, which means to fall. This meaning refers to something that was not expected for, that is rare. Basically, the aim of holding the Tiban is to ask for rain during the dry season, which falls suddenly from the sky. So, how is the background of Tiban culture? There are several versions that explain the history of the Tiban. The version of history depends on the claim from where this tradition originated. The story of Tiban begins in Kingdom of Kediri. The one powerful king which authoritarian and sure king wants to be called God. He is Kartajaya. So people follow the king's orders not based on obedience, but because of the fairness. Then there comes a time when drought occurs. The dry season seems to have no end. Farmers are unemployed because their fields cannot be cultivated and the rivers are drying up. Every effort has been made to obtain water, but it has not been able to meet the needs for irrigation. What is obtained is only limited to drinking needs and kitchen needs. Drugs which last a long time is caused a man for his distrust and disbelief towards a higher power. For this reason, the head of kingdom government consulted with the elders. And this is where the ritual of Tiban was first encouraged. They beg for rain by torturing themselves with a bundle of sticks and they are wiped to the body. Shortly after this ritual is goes down rain which is out of season. This kind of rain is called the Tiban rain. The happiness of the people and the elders can be described. They are so thankful to the gods for the grace. Finally, this one called Tiban and being poured continuously. And then how Tiban arrived the execution. Tiban in Trenggalek are usually performed by beating two penibans in the middle of an arena, surrounded by spectators accompanied by gamelan music. Arriving participants or players only wear pants and are not allowed to wear tops. They use a wipe made of twigs palm tree, and what's interesting is that they can make a wipe to use themselves to compete. All participants were adult males between 20 till 40 years old. Besides, there is one referee who leads the course of the game, and two fielders act as usual. All of them are included as the elders of the Tiban. So they are approximately more than 40 years old and really know the ins and outs of the game Tiban in the time. Therefore, their authority is quite large. This is necessary to maintain sportsmanship in the game. The Tiban players are also helped by other people which are on the behind the scenes, namely gamelan musicians. These usually four people, a drummer, a musician, and two tongtongan players. Because Tiban is essentially a ceremony of rain, which is closely related to the world agriculture, then the participants or the player are formal, with all tradition belief and the structure of life is communal. So the characters that stand out in the Tiban game are the traits that are loyal, friendly, harmonious, tolerant, and sporty. This communal nature is not only carried between people inhabiting one village course, but extends between inhabiting one village with the other. Even to the extent that it informs even large areas, including regions Trenggalek, Tulungagung, Kediri, and Blitar, meet in one game area. The place for Tiban game is usually in an outdoor in the form of a field or an open stage. The equipment that needs to be prepared is only a wipe or what is commonly called a pecut, made from palm sugar. This wipe is made by collecting several palm stick stems, approximately 15 sticks, then twisting them together and wrapping them using bamboo skin. The instrument that is used to accompany the Tiban game is a xylophone, a large kenda, and a tongtongan. Sometimes there are two types, tongtongan, that large and small. So how is the game played? When playing Tiban, the players must follow the rules. For example, players must take turns wiping using a stick taken from a tree aron or palm tree. The targets of the wiping were also not only arbitrary because they were prohibited from wiping their opponent's legs and head. Players must also follow the gamelan sound that accompanies the event. Even though they receive many wipe wounds, the participants or the players seems to feel no pain. They were still happy and followed the event until it was finished. At the end of the fight, referee asked the players to shake hands so that there would be no grudges or animosity. The most interesting if the match is senior versus senior, each of whom already has perfect attack and defense techniques. So sometimes it takes a long time to wait for the opportunity to wipe right on the target. Every single blow that fell, hit or not, the attacking party then shouted "Jaila" as a chant of turn signal that attacking side is now the defending side. The term "Jailak" is no one knows what it means and where it came from. Then the penitents who finished firing shook hands again and replaced by the next pair. And the game repeats again. At the end of each appearance, coach and referee gently held an assessment to determine who the winner was. Those who are more exposed to the wipe, which is clear from the marks, decorate the loser. However, this win-loss statement has nothing to do with competitive matters. Tiban is game, even a game that leads to a ceremony rituals. Nowadays, the implementation of Tiban is not always to ask for rain, but only to preserve culture and as entertainment. Okay, I think it's all that I can say about Tiban culture. Thank you for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
And then I will give an addition. In my own village, the Tiban is usually scheduled every Sunday. Sometimes Tiban is also held when commemorating special days such as Indonesian independence or others. Okay, I think it's all about my edition, and this clip is how Tiban is held. Happy watching.